Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share the recipe of a keto gnocchi with you. So that's a pasta. If you know, the original gnocchi pasta is made from potatoes and flour, and we don't eat either of that on keto. So we are going to make this with coconut flour and almond flour, and it's going to be almost as good. I'm also making a sauce with bacon, mushrooms and butter and loads of parmesan cheese, which is a simple sauce. You're going to love this. So let's go ahead and watch the recipe. So I've taken half a cup of almond flour, which is about 54 grams, to which I'm adding about 2.5 teaspoons of xanthan gum, and you can add a little bit more if you need more. I've added half a teaspoon of baking powder to this, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to crack 2 eggs into this. Now I have taken medium sized eggs, so if yours are larger you can add a little bit more of the almond flour, the coconut flour and the xanthan gum and adjust this. So we are going to mix this up, and I'm going to add the coconut flour after this. So about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons at this point, and you want to keep adding till you feel like it is thickening up a little bit. So I am mixing the coconut flour, and I felt like I needed a little more, so at this point it's about 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, and you will see that it's got thickened a little bit, and I'm going to give it time for the xanthan gum to act on it. So we are going to set this aside for about 5 minutes, and now on this silicone mat I have some coconut flour. I'm trying to knead this till it forms like a dough or comes together. So at this point, because the size of the eggs varies, if you need, you can add a little more flour and knead it till the point that you're happy. And once I did that, it kind of formed a ball, but it was still slightly sticky to the hand. So I added some olive oil on the outside so that it's easier to handle the dough. Now I'm going to form 2 logs out of this. Just with my hands, I'm rolling them, and I'm going to cut it into 2. And I'm going to use one first and set the other one aside, and that's the reason I have oiled the bowl or the measuring cup a little bit, in which I'm going to set my other log. Now this one I have rolled it really thin, and then I'm cutting it into small pieces, which are going to be our gnocchi. You don't want to make very large pieces because this is a little different from a regular gnocchi, so it's going to be a little heavier. And then taking a fork, I'm sort of rolling it on the fork to give it those crevices that a gnocchi has, so that it can hold the sauces, which is the reason why it has those marks. Otherwise you could just use it the way it is, because it's a keto gnocchi, it doesn't really need that. So you can see our gnocchis are ready. I'm going to boil them. So I have put them in boiling water. It doesn't take more than 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. You want it to turn white and start floating on the water. That's when you know it's ready. So I have got it out. I'm putting the next batch in, and to the previous batch I'm going to add some oil and toss it a little bit. Our pasta is ready. Let's start making the sauce now. I have put some of the pasta water. So this is not like a regular pasta water which has starch in it, and I'm putting about 4 to 5 slices of bacon. I'm cutting it into small pieces. What I have heard is that if you get your bacon started in that, it gives it time to render the fats out, and then you don't have to add any extra fat. But it didn't work that way in my case, so I did land up adding 1 teaspoon of butter. I got the bacon out because I want my bacon to remain crisp, and I have put about 4 to 5 large mushrooms in this. We are going to toss all of this together. I'm making half a batch here, so rest of it I have put it in the refrigerator. I've added my pasta. I'm tossing it. I have put some parsley, and add some pasta water from time to time if you want to deglaze the pan, because there will be some of the stuff that is sticking to the pan and you don't want to waste it because it's got a ton of flavor. And now I'm adding loads of parmesan cheese, so which is up to you how much you want to add, and a little bit of the bacon on top. You can add as much as you want. So this is not going to be your main meal. You want to have some kind of a protein along with this, and also some vegetables. If you guys have enjoyed watching the recipe, please give it a try and let me know in the comments section how it turned out. If you make any changes, if you can make it better than me, please share those changes and that information with me. I love to read all of your comments, and I try to reply to most of them. There's also information about all my favorite gadgets and keto ingredients in the description section, so check that out. You can follow me on my social media handles. Also, you can tag me if you make any of my recipes. I love to see the pictures, and thanks for watching. Bye.